Christian students do not lose their First Amendment rights while on government land. Student-led prayer, Bible studies, and group and proselytizing on government land was upheld by the federal Supreme Court. Student-led prayer, even at football games and school events, is fully legal. In many states, such as in Tennessee, we have the recent move to attempt to ban proselytizing in the classroom, using the excuse of Islamic students proselytizing and the uproar by parents. However, in most of these situations, such as in Tennessee, we had cases where the teachers were taking the students to the newly built mosques. They were giving out a free Quran to the students, and the teachers were handing out flyers explaining Islamic tenets, but referring to their God, Allah, by their description, that He's the only true God, violating separation of church and state in that faculty cannot endorse religious tenets, especially under the guise of familiarizing the students with a new religion, changing a student's religion from that which their parents and families have taught them to that which the state now approves of course, violates separation of church and state in state endorsement of religion. The federal Supreme Court did not find student-led groups in prayer and proselytizing to be state endorsement. When the state passes laws that contradict that of the federal Supreme Court, they are to be nullified. This said, these laws being passed by the state, such as that in Tennessee, attempting to ban proselytizing by students in the classroom, violates the student-led ruling. So what is the solution? As in Tennessee, it is for faculty and school employees to no longer be allowed to endorse Islam, nor to try to familiarize students with the Islamic faith. Cases such as Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where a new mosque was built and Islamic prayer rooms immediately put in the schools. Again, and in Tennessee schools where faculty were taking busloads of students to the new mosque, getting free Qurans and handing out flyers with Islamic tenets on it. This is state endorsement of religion. This is not student-led. Where was the outcry? Many parents did complain, but the school board in Murfreesboro, Tennessee ignored these complaints. In other states, we heard stories where liberal Democrat teachers were having things such as walk a mile in a burqa, or walk a mile in the shoes of an Islamic woman. And this was spread across the United States by many liberal teachers, where female students were forced to wear burqas all day long in class, a religious tenet of Islam and state endorsement of religion. At no point should Christian students lose their legal right to proselytize or spread the gospel due to overzealous liberal Democrat faculty determined that Americans are going to accept Islam. This is not an Islamic nation. It was not founded by Islamic individuals. This nation was founded by Christians. All but 4 of our founding fathers were Christian, belonging to various different denominations. And it is the legal right of the Christian student to continue to proselytize as long as it's student-led while on government land. This is the federal Supreme Court ruling. In the case where the young man was arrested for spreading the gospel on campus and leading someone through a sinner's prayer, the judge dropped the case, and of course it was expunged because it violated the Christian student's civil rights. Student-led is fully legal, and it's fully legal for Christian students to share the gospel, even upon government land, as the federal Supreme Court also upheld our legal right to proselytize, even as adults and while on government lands. It is also upheld in student-led ruling for Christian students to share the gospel if they so choose. There is no freedom from religion. The Freedom from Religion Foundation did not win in the federal Supreme Court. Many liberals still espouse that, there's a freedom from religion. However, the federal Supreme Court did not find this to be the case. Cited was our founding fathers, opening and closing every session, making our laws with prayers unto God, and a documented quoting the Bible over 15,000 times while they were standing on government land and on the government time clock as government employees. This is not a freedom from religion. This was more of a religion in your face, with a demand of religious tolerance. There is no freedom from religion, and our Christian students do not lose their First Amendment rights when going upon government land. Student-led is fully legal, and federal laws, such as this federal Supreme Court ruling, trump state laws, such as the recent attempts by states to ban proselytizing in the classroom, because federal trumps state. Remember, parents, this battle over Islamic indoctrination in the schools is done by faculty, not by students. Therefore, banning student proselytizing is only going to try to impede the Christian students' civil rights. Those that are pushing Islam in the public schools every single time has been found to be Democrat liberal teachers, and it was cited by the New York Educational Department that they should support teaching tenets of Islam. Again, multiculturalism does not have to include teaching that other cultures have an equally acceptable path unto God with their religion. And of course, this violates state endorsement of religion and separation of church and state. One is not racist to say that Jesus Christ is the only path unto God and that we don't accept outside religions, yet we accept the person from other nations. Remember this at your school board meetings, that this is not about student proselytizing, because in every case it was teachers and faculty and even the textbooks teaching Islamic tenets to students, having students reciting Islamic tenets, teaching parts of the Quran, teaching acceptance of things such as women wearing burqas. Again, this is the state endorsement of religious tenets of Islam by faculty, not by students. So banning student proselytizing only impedes the Christian students' civil rights. There is no freedom from religion, and our Christian students do not lose their First Amendment rights when going upon government land. Their legal right to student-led prayer, proselytizing, Bible clubs, was upheld by the federal Supreme Court, and federal law trumps state. Though there is no freedom from religion, and Christian students retain their First Amendment rights while on government land, that student-led Bible studies and Christian activities are fully legal, even at sporting events. However, faculty endorsement of religion still violates state endorsement of religion, and herein lies the problem with the teachers pushing Islamic tenets and the acceptance thereof by students. Parents, make sure to contact the school board and the legislators, reminding them not to steal the Christian students' civil rights due to faculty state endorsement of religion, which is already illegal. It is imperative that they differentiate between student-led and what is faculty endorsement. The difference between Christian student-led groups and faculty endorsing Islam, which is already violating federal laws of state endorsement of religion. This has been another End Times Prophecy News Update. Carrie Geren Scoggins. Thank you for listening.